Hey yo, what is up guys, it's your boy the True Seeker 101 back with another video, and on today's video I'm going to hopefully open your eyes up to the existence of witches in the 21st century. And I bet some of you watching the video are asking yourself, is this guy insane or trolling? And I understand why you would think that it sounds pretty insane for me to utter such a statement, but in this life we live in, no one should have that type of mindset, because when your eyes are open to most or the full truth of this reality we live in, you'll be aware that the truth is usually stranger than fiction. And not only that, if you sit back and deeply think about this question I'm going to ask you, you'll probably believe in the existence of witches in the 21st century. And the question is, if there is evidence in history that shows witches once existed on this planet, what makes you think they don't or can't exist today? Or what is the probability of them existing in this day and age? Well, I'll answer the second question for you, and the answer is the probability of them existing in this day and age is pretty high, because of the existence of a particular individual that goes by the name of Michèle Lamy. Who is Michèle Lamy, you might be asking? Well, I'll tell you who Michèle Lamy is. Michèle Lamy is a 73-year-old female who is known for being a producer, designer, musician, and creative according to Google and her job list she provided herself. But if you dig deep enough into who Michèle Lamy really is, you'll realize that's not all she's known for, and you'll also realize who she really is behind closed doors. Thanks to me, you guys won't have to be doing any research or digging deep into who Michèle Lamy really is. All you guys gotta do, if you're interested in this topic, which it looks like you guys are since you made it to this part of the video, and since that's the case, I suggest you keep watching till the end to find out how and why Michèle Lamy is a devil-worshipping satanic witch.
Followed by a few more days of winter. To chase the Pacific horizons, I will need an infinity of lives. I will need an infinity of lives.
Who she is and how she presents herself is so much about like bewitching people, and I love watching that, you know. I love watching her work and the power.
When I see her paintings and all her things, I'm so surprised. Where is that coming from? I'm sort of speechless. And why are you doing it? Why are you telling this story? Why it's come out? I will be super scared.
So used to saying Michèle, and she asked me to. When we started working together, because she got sick of me screaming in the middle of the restaurant, "Mommy!" You know, my parents never gave me any limits. My father was making kind of erotic films, and I was watching them at age 5, you know, and if I showed them to my friends, they all run home and like crying to their parents, and I'm just like, what's wrong? Like, I don't get it.
I went all over the world. I changed life. I studied this. I did something else. With instinct, I follow a flow of attraction and try to make a living out of it. And I'm still unable to analyze why I went from law school to be doing striptease, not at the Crazy Horse. We are doing this in Little Fair with some transvestite women. It was like a war that was very interesting. I did law school. I became a criminal attorney for a little bit. You know, it's something very useful. Everybody should do it. But at the same time, for 2 years, Gilles Deleuze was giving class there. I follow that, and you know, I'm totally Deleuzian even after this. So that was very important. For some reason, somebody thought it was clever to give me sex cases to embarrass me. I mean, you know, I was 21. I was very innocent of the world. I was pretty fascinated. I was spending a lot of time in jail talking with those guys. And then moving to New York, moving to LA, following some things that I cannot explain why. It was just because of a song or a book or thinking it was the right time. What is in the family is that we eat well. To me, like traveling, and you need a chef and a DJ, and then you are fine. I knew I wanted to move to the States, and my brother told me, oh, you should go to LA because it's New York on the Riviera. I love New York, I love the Riviera, I went there. Like I thought, yeah, like everything is possible. The first week I was there, I got 2 tickets. One for jaywalking, the other one because I did not have a bra on the beach. They were both $75 each. It was like, wow. That was in '79. Yeah. But you know, in LA, it's so much fun, and then people are having one day, I cannot eat carrots anymore. You are going to poison me with those carrots. It's carrots in there. Meantime, like drinking 5 vodka martini. Sugar, please.
Right.
But it's what I love about LA. Everybody with their own rules.
She taught me a lot of things, but not saying them. By not actually talking about them. Just by me observing and being around her and watching her work. For Michèle, all that is so intrinsic into who she is. So in a way, I don't have a language to talk about it either.
Now I realize that Rick was the first one to ask you to do a mural because he loved what you do, but he thinks you are talking too much. So in the mural you say it all.
So I say it all, exactly. Because I make narrative. And I guess when I'm doing a little painting, it's hard for, you just see like a little frame of the story. I make collages. And then I try to figure out what the flow, and then I choose certain lines that I'm going to use, and then I try to choreograph it. Americans love to talk about fighting for peace. That doesn't make any sense. You can't fight for peace. You either peaceful, or you have peace, or you be peaceful. I mean, about Michèle style, I think I just love this amazing, like, eccentric witch, like, aura she gives off. You know, she's changed a lot. But before it was, sort of baggy and colorful, and then when she got with Rick, and then he started making clothes, it all of a sudden got this much more sort of elegant, sort of gauze, sort of rough around the edges, And I guess I sort of, adopted that too, except for now I'm actually more into color, so I'm like the only one who orders like Rick's stuff in color.
The tattoo on my fingers, they are a version of what could be some Berber artwork. So I always look at it. I would never have a tattoo like somewhere I cannot look at. It's a combination of a lot of rings from France. The main thing is they have to go with the tattoo. I'm always wearing them. Yeah, some days the combination is right, some days the working process. I'm doing this with a crayon, but I'm getting up and it's the first thing I do. My head does not function without this crayon.
She always used to say, even during the day, you have to be dressed like you're going to a cocktail party. It's hard for me to always be dressed up. It's not necessarily so much about people looking at me, but about the work that I'm making. I don't want to ruin this dress. I don't want to paint in it.
I'm playing with my teeth. What inspired the gold? It's always something practical, The time when all of a sudden it was like, my God, what did we put in our feelings? We have to change it. And I had found in LA some kind of new age artist that was all about taking the feeling and putting gold. He put little diamonds in it to bring the light to you or whatever. So I did this thing for the feelings. And then I say, shit, I guess, man, all this money and all these good vibes in those teeth there we don't see. So I was in the gold, I wanted more gold. So I started in the front with one. Then I say I smoke a lot, so then they are always gold. I'm not going to have those white. No, Snoop Dogg is my idol. I don't know, in all those years, I think it's just always right, style-wise. And I like his attitude. It's part of the life and doing it the right way. This one was out of this world. We cannot call it a fashion show in a way. This was an intense moment of joy that make you feel like you belong to the world, and this world is bigger than the little world of fashion shows. Rick design furniture, and I take it from there and I make it up, and it's falling in love both sides because I'm falling in love with the artisan. A love story with a lot of shaking. That's
not violently.
We are going now to our stone cutter, marble guy, and one of those artisans in Paris. We are doing a bench. That is one head of the bench. Oh. That is the second head of the bench.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
And then there is the plaque that is not finished. So that goes really inside. So it's black marble. With Rick, we only work with black and white marble with no vein. But of course, they are the most difficult to find. Super complicated to make. And it looks like you found it in the ground. Rick had an amazing eye. For the furniture, he gave me like little drawings like this. And after I have to go, so it's something where I feel very creative also. It's working with people, finding material. I love the process of stuff. This is my life.
That's
the things that I love.
So then Michèle was like, as she likes to, you know, direct and push and bring people together, she's like, Scarlett, you should, you know, you've been talking about the sculpture, you should make this sculpture. So the idea came from this idea of the lost feminine, but also like the fertility goddess, but then what does that mean today? Like that fertility goddess was like, I can't give anymore. I have to consume. So the passage where life comes from is now this mouth. And we moved to this very masculine-dominated culture, which has destroyed the planet. The earth and we, as a humanity, the family that we are, need the balance with the mom or with the feminine. Because without that, there is no cycle of life. We forgot that we are part of an organism and that we have to respect that.
I mean, I think the earth is so extremely beautiful. I have the feeling that I have perhaps a good sense of not trying to do or see what I don't like. I like to see there is like nothing here, what can we do? You know, it's like when I did Les Deux Cafés, that was a parking lot. So for me, that's the joy. There is a parking lot. You ask people, can I do something on it? And then what do? We do a garden, and the garden is coming.
Oh, Michèle is, you know, she's very strong and she's a very positive person. And whenever I get a little emotional, she's like, no, you shouldn't feel that way. You're being silly. You know, this is the solution. Just do that, you know, and very businesslike about feelings. It's not that she's not feeling them. She has them. She's not going to let her mind focus on them. Maybe I'm more like an emotional warrior, where I'm like, well, I'm going to walk right into this pain right now, and I'm going to feel it.
It's scary what she does in a way. It's something that you need to be strong or totally in conscience, and having like the freedom to say, oh, I'm just doing this because I have fun doing it, but at the same time you have to make a living or staying like you have to justify yourself.
That's the reason why Michèle is not fully an artist. She doesn't want to go and sit in her pain, and she doesn't want to suffer, and she doesn't want to be vulnerable.
It's something that does not come to my head to say, oh, I should have been doing this. So I always think there was a reason, and it's nice. Yeah, I have a good nature. I always find something beautiful.
She doesn't reinvent herself, but you know, she's done so many different things. She didn't let anything get her down or stop her from just moving on with life. To me, that's really inspiring. She has such a powerful vision. Actually, I did take a bit of it because when I started making art again, every time I was getting rejections. So some days I wasn't feeling so good, and I was like, but I kept getting up and showing up and just keep doing it. And she's great to have around because she'll come in, you know, when I was doing the mural, and she's like, you know, maybe you need need a little bit of this in there, you know. And we're like, you know, you're right.
After all those years of life, I think this is seeing something that's so
Mesmerizing.
with people and thinking, and for some reason, and some of them, I feel they need me to push it.
This friend of ours wrote about it. She says, you know, Michèle sparkles, but then Scarlett shines.
Alright, hopefully those two videos you guys just watched showed you who Michèle Lamy really is. And I don't know about you guys, but they creeped me the hell out. The vibes I was getting while watching those videos was nothing close to good vibes. The crazy thing is not those videos, it's the fact that Michèle Lamy is very influential and is seen with many influential celebrities that have a major impact in the world we live in today. That's the scariest part in my opinion. Michèle Lamy is seen with celebrities such as Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, A$AP Rocky, Migos. I could keep going for a while. It gets deep. It honestly does. And that's why I make videos like this, because it shouldn't get that deep. People need to be aware of what really goes on in the world we live in, so it doesn't get that deep. But sadly, most people are asleep, and all I could do, and the people who are awake and aware could do, is spread the word. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, it gets real deep. So if you did enjoy this video, please like it up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and most important, let me know in the comment section so I can make a part 2 and show you how deep it gets.